So we're going to pick it up here now with a Michael Brecker tune, once Mr. Large joins the ensemble. He likes to make an entrance. We're going to play a tune called Peep, written by Michael Brecker, arranged by Alan Baylock, features a couple of our luminaries, Mr. Bello and Mr. Lim Sursan, and which one are you going to play? Isaac Trenton Large, ladies and gentlemen. Isaac Trenton Large. Music Fest Honor Award recipient. Okay, here we go. Peep. That's pretty weird, but we like it. So this is the second of the world premieres tonight. This is the piece that I wrote for tonight. So you, in your program, you may have seen a little section called Once Upon a Time, and it's the story of Nepean City Jazz Band, which started with two students that were former students of mine from Meadowlands Middle School that were going into grade 10 in high school and came and rang my doorbell. In those days, I don't know, somehow I thought that wasn't weird that students were coming and ringing my doorbell. Anyway, it was fun. It was great. They used to do that all the time. Mr. York Slater, drive me home. Mr. York Slater, let me go for ice cream. It was all much simpler then. Anyway, so Kim and MJ came to the door and said, "Hey, Mr. York Slater, you'd love to hang out with us some more, wouldn't you? Let's start a band." Yeah, I got lots of free time, sure. So we did, and 30 years later, here we are. So anyway, this is, I'm rambling, this is called Kim and MJ's Big Idea. And if you listen very carefully, in bar 14 and bar 16, you will hear the doorbell. Well, it's okay. And we're going to feature on this piece Evan Dowling on the trumpet, Stephen Bello on tenor saxophone, Nicholas Adema on trombone. Kim and MJ's Big Idea, world premiere. We know that. Yeah. Her turn will come after the piece. MJ, would you come up on stage, please? MJ? Oh, here she comes. So as much as Mr. Atkinson was very kind in his words, the reality is there never would have been an all-city band if it hadn't been for Kim and MJ. And Kim didn't show up, so she gets no credit. This is MJ, and I'd like to give MJ a signed copy of the first page of the score for her, I don't know, bathroom or somewhere. You got somewhere there's a hole in the wall, you can cover it up. And a little keepsake, because as I said, without Kim and MJ, it never would have been a band. Never would have happened. So we kid around a lot about Isaac, you know, because he's really a legend in his own lunchtime. And so there's a piece obviously written for you, Mr. Jensen Large. It's called Living Larger Than Life, and it features Mr. Large. So here we go. This is an Afro-Cuban thing, which is always tricky. And it's all yours. Isaac, your moment in the sun, living larger than life. We're getting there. I know. So this is the only 2 tunes between now and the barley mow. No problem. Living larger than life, Mr. Isaac Jensen Large. And Mr. Alex Taylor. I called him Adam for a whole year till his mother straightened me out. But Alex Taylor's got a big drum thing, and I keep forgetting that, because really he plays all the pieces like they're drum solos. thank publicly a whole bunch of people. Some of them are mentioned in the thank you section and some of them aren't. So we'll start with this thank you section. So to Mark Harris, principal here at LDH, and Mondargo Maste and Carrie Godfrey, music teachers who have been unflagging in their support of this band, and we play here at least twice a year, and they do an incredible amount of work which they really don't need to do because it's a whole lot of extra stuff. So thank you to the principal, Mark Harris, and to Mondargo Maste and Carrie Godfrey here at LDH. My dear, dear friend, without whom none of this would be possible, sound technician, recording engineer extraordinaire, and his Girl Friday, Sam Alexander, Mr. Jean-François Fauteur. Brian Aslan, for all the work he did in terms of contacting people and making sure they were aware of this concert and helping out with the band and stuff like that. So thanks to Brian Aslan. This is a genius program. Genius. When the person who made this program sent me, I said, you can make a cover? Well, actually, I kind of arm twisted him because he did the 25th and his son Zach hasn't been in the band for a while. And he said, sure, I'll do the program again. And I said, well, send me something. And he sent me this. And I nearly cried. I looked at it and I go, oh my God. Anyway, so Mr. Dave Everett, thank you so much for all your artistry. Some people that have been really big supporters of the band for many years now, Brett Dolmage and Elaine McGregor from OttawaJazzScene.ca, really appreciate their support. And I encourage you to check out their website, OttawaJazzScene.ca. And Ottawa Jazz Happenings at Jazzworks Canada as well. Mary Moore, I want to thank her for all the support she's given. And I want to thank all the people that bought, all the companies that bought ads in the program. St. John's Music, Jim McDowell, alumnus of Nepean All City. Long and Quaid Musical Instruments, they got a store in Canada now, which is helpful for you guys. Mike's Music, Joanne Scafidi, John Chambers, very, very supportive of this band for many years. Music Hair, Andy Abram. Sport Vision, the company that does the jackets and the newer version of the shirts. Patty Taylor, thanks so much for setting up all the stuff, memorabilia crap in my basement. Hope it was amusing to people. Of course, the alumni band, that was an amazing thing. Wasn't that an amazing thing, that alumni band? And a few other people I just want to take mention of. Nick Adama did all the videos. I managed to turn some really old videos into DVDs, but then I didn't know what to do with them. I couldn't figure it out, so I just sort of handed it all to Nick, and I said, is there any way you can make something out of this? And he put all the names in and cleaned it all up, and so thanks very much to you, Nick, for all your work. I'd like to thank a man who's no longer with us, because without him, a lot of this you wouldn't have seen tonight. Augusto Capitani, Walter's father, when it was the late 80s and he's walking around with this video camera the size of a small car, and we're all going, what's that you've got there, Augusto? And he's very proud of his video camera and took those high fidelity videos you saw at the beginning. At the time we were so thrilled with that, and it just made it so special to have those those remembrances and to see all the girls back when they had the big hair, and it's all pretty cool. So thank you, Augusto, wherever you are. Well, you know where you are. This type of band is always a challenge for the music programs in the city, because it's always easier if you just have one focus. I go to such and such a school and I play in the band. Okay, boom. The minute they're into other things, it's always a challenge for the students in the band to balance it all and make sure they live up to all their commitments, but also it's a challenge for the teachers. And my view always is they're playing more, so they're actually helping your program because they come back and they play even more, because sometimes they don't practice too much, but if they come out and play in my band on whatever night we rehearse, there's a couple more hours that's helping them to be better players. So that's my logic, but it doesn't always resonate with the teachers that are trying to organize concerts and stuff. So I just want to, as a general statement, thank all the music teachers, and I think you should do that too. Thank all the music teachers that you work with on a daily basis for their understanding and their encouragement. And finally, I'd like to thank, well, I can't be finally because I have to thank one person after that or she'll kill me. The private teachers in this city really help so many of the people in this band move along their musical journey. And I'm going to name a whole bunch of people here because they really have been supporters of this band through their support of these musicians as well. Brian Aslin, Peter Kinkura, Mike Tremblay on saxophone, Nick Dyson, Rick Ranjo on trumpet, John Giggy on bass, Jeff Aslin on drums, Mark Ferguson on piano and trombone, Drummond Hudson, who I know is here tonight, on trombone. So, and I'm probably now just blown it by not mentioning somebody. So good. So then, let's give them a round of applause. That's really nice. I'd like to thank my wife Aisling for all her support because I'm not sure she's into all this stuff, but she does know what this means now. She means we're near the end, baby. We're near the end, okay? One more tune. Okay, so we're gonna finish off with On Purple Porpoise Parkway, which some of the bands in previous years have played. And we're gonna feature Leo Compton on tenor sax and Stephen Bell on tenor sax. So here we go with On Purple Porpoise Parkway. Okay, you have their bios, but just if you want to put a name to a face. So we've got Stephen Bell, Nachin Lee, Isaac Jensen March, Leo Compton, William Thornhill, the saxophone section. Sarah Chang, Nicholas Adama, Maltiti. I'm going to say it wrong, Maltiti. Brahma. No. Give it to me again. I'm doing well with Maltiti, I think. Brahma, that's what I said. And Ian Venables, the trombone section. Trombone section. Jacob Harder, Adam Dentinger. Adam Dentinger. Evan Dowling, Jonah Gaudet. Adam Johnston, the trumpet section. And the rhythm section, the one, the only, Alex Limsersan on piano, Alex Taylor on the drums, Monsieur Dominique Gauthier on the bass to string. Thank you very much. Like, the thing is, if we did anything else, it sort of keeps us from going to the barley mow. So that's a great concern to me. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe we should. Nicholas says no. What? You don't have any more music. Okay. Anyway, so we'll see at the. Jen Roos wanted us to play Beefstick Charlie's because she used to play that. But I'll play her the recording. It's all good. Barley Mow, I don't know where, baby, where's the Barley Mow? By the way, that's not a sexist thing. She calls me baby too. Just in case, you know, you're Sheila Copps, remember Nobody's Baby and all that. It's in 2017, oh my God. Yeah. Sorry, where is it? Sobeys. It's in the Sobeys Mall north of Strandherd. Great. Okay, so thanks everybody, and I don't know when we'll do one of these huge sort of reunion things, but 40, like, I may not make 50. Oh, God, I'll be 77. maybe we'll go 40. Anyway, so thanks everyone for coming from wherever you came from. And we're playing, when are we playing? We're probably playing the Ottawa Jazz Festival, haven't heard the date yet, but we're definitely playing the Montreal Jazz Festival on July the 5th, just it's only 2 hours away, no big deal. The Tinto stage downtown, very cool. And just keep up with NACJB.com and you'll find out what's going on. Thanks everybody, good night.